it's been a while. It has been a hot minute since I last did one of these, and since I last drew, honestly. Um, but yeah, it's been on my mind, obviously, for a while now, and as every new year, everyone's kind of thinking about stuff that they want to get back into or stuff they want to start up and resolutions and things like that. So obviously, this just kind of was top of mind for me. And I don't know, I just figured what better way to do it than to just start and to just kind of jump right into it head first. So yeah, it's been a minute. Um, I don't even know what exactly I want to draw. I mean, obviously, I wanted to draw every single Pokemon. That was a goal I had created for myself a few years back, and I got pretty far. Drew about 230, 240, something like that. And yeah, kind of burnt myself out. Things got busier outside of this hobby. Yeah, I just kind of fell off the priority list, and that was it. Tried getting back into it here and there over the past few years. Didn't quite stick the landing, but it is what it is. Even if I don't come back to doing this after today, it's fine. Even if I get a little bit, a little bit more drawing done today, I think that'll be fine. And just for my own kind of sanity, I feel like I need a creative outlet, and drawing has always been the go-to. Nothing else really came close for me. So yeah, it was always drawing and trying to get better at it. I definitely did improve over the past few years, but I want to keep getting better. All right, so this feels really out of practice for me, but I'm gonna just kind of gonna try to wing it. Um, what am I gonna be drawing right now? Let's see. Hold on. I am live, right? This is working. Coder. Connect your encoder to go live. Weird, because I think I am live. Let me double check. Am I actually? Yes, I am definitely live. Alright, I'm just gonna start drawing. So, what was the last Pokemon I drew? What was it? Files, let's see. Pokemon drawings. Oh wait, no, it would not be here. Let's see. Videos. Okay. Date modified. Wow, the last time I drew, jeez, man, it was May 2nd, 2024, around there. Drew an Igglybuff. I almost want to I want to redo some of those because they came out looking hella funky. Let me see if I can pull them up. Hold on. Back up. Drawings. Alright. was the creepy Igglybuff I had drawn. Oh man. Yo, Flirty Cyclops. I know, man. It's been a while. Dude, oh my god. I remember the Sudowoodo evolution. I was literally just talking about how it's been so long since I've been drawing this. And I remember that stream. I think it's been like over a year. Thank you for jumping in. I'm sorry I've been MIA. Been kind of crazy lately, but I'm hoping to get back into it. Damn, man, you unlocked that memory. It wasn't like super long ago, but it was definitely, it's been a while. Future Trunks, how's it going? Credit AI, no, I am not. This is just Clip Studio Paint. That's what I use for all drawing, digital art rather. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna go over some of these old drawings I had. Like I was doing one drawing a day for like 7 or 8 months non-stop without missing a beat. And then it just kind of fell off. I drew a little bit here and there afterwards, but like it was super rare. Yeah, I drew, so this Igglybuff was one that I drew last, which was already like a year and a half ago. I drew this Numel. And I drew this Machoke. And I'll be honest with you, they don't look good. Like, I almost feel like it wasn't, like I wasn't feeling it, you know? Like I was kind of forcing the drawings because I was like trying to get back into it, but for whatever reason I couldn't. Like it wasn't in it for me. So I was like, you know what? Let me just get it over with. And they look kind of ugly, so I want to redo them. Can you draw analog horror? I do not know what that is. Let me look that up. That sounds really creepy. Is that creepypasta? Oh, this is hella creepy. Yeah, I ain't drawn that. Damn. We're all about cartoony animals and crap here. Basically Pokemon or anything cartoony for that matter. Yeah, Cyclops. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Let me see. Trying to play like the Mario Kart World soundtrack in the background, and I just got an ad playing. I'm curious now. When was that stream? It was September 29th, 2024. Yeah, it was about a year and a half ago. Insane, man. Insane. But yeah. Alright, I'm going to try to recreate these drawings in the meantime. Because I think they're pretty bad. Alright, I have way too many of these tabs open up. Okay, I think this was the file I wanted to draw on. What's the plan for the stream? Yes, we're redoing old art. The last 3 drawings I did, I never liked how they turned out, so we're doing it again. We're doing it again, fellas. I feel like so out of practice. I'm like trying to remember how I used to do this like every single day. So I'm going to pull up some references. But how are you guys doing? I feel like I'm not really asking you guys any questions. It's been so long. How are you? How is your Friday evening? And what are you up to while I look for these references to use? Alright, we got my choke. We're gonna hit up Iggly. Whoa. And Numel, where are you at? Where are you at? Okay. Alright, cool. I've gotten to game dev school. I made soundtracks, sound effects for 2 games in 2025. Learning a lot of coding, 3D art, 2D art. Learning Unreal soon. We've only done Unity so far. That is so sick. Anything you can like link or share to? Are those games actually came out, or these are just like projects you're working on for school? Because I'm actually really curious now. That's super cool. Alright, I'm gonna get the hard one out the way. I'm gonna try to hit up the choke. Alright, cool. This feels like it's like proportions are like super off. Games are on itch. The first one was made for Jacksepticeye's Game Jam. We made that game in 4 days, I think. Second one was for our first real game project, 2 months. That's pretty sick. Games are on Twitch. What? I'm like, so I'm sorry. I'm like not in tune with what Jacksepticeye. Wow, can't even say his name. What he's up to. But yeah, if you can like link something, I will definitely check it out. That's actually pretty awesome. When I was in college, I like thought about going into game dev a little bit. I was mostly comp sci major, ended up in marketing. Long story, don't ask. But it was always like something I was curious about. So it's awesome that you're like doing it. Trench of Thesis for the Game Jam one. Kanata for the first game project one. Made soundtrack and SFX for both, as well as general writing and ideas. You are busy, man. Good for you. I'm super excited for that and whatever you got going on. Once they're done, like please somehow send them over to me. I would love to check them out. That sounds like a really, really cool project you're doing. What is it about, the Kanata one and Trench of Thesis? Dang, man, this is like not making sense to me right here. Mm-mm. Probably not going back to those. We're always busy on new projects and courses, so it's difficult to go back, but they're both very short and cool if you want to quickly check them out. Trench of Thesis is about a deep sea creature in radiated waters defeating other deep sea creatures to mutate to fight the final boss, going deeper and deeper into the depths. Kanata is about a pinecone samurai fighting ants that took over their home by using their own scales as shuriken. That sounds so damn cool, man. Oh man, I'm very impressed. Like the katana one got me. I just imagine like a pineco in like a ninja outfit, shooting little shards of itself. Trench of Thesis sounds really cool too, actually. What genre are both games? Are they kind of like platformers or something a little different? I feel like I need more, like a different view of this guy. Hey Tango, how's it going? Thanks for jumping in. Just drawing over here. Trench of Thesis, a top-down 2D animated survival strategy. Interesting. Katana's a 3D platformer action game. Trench of Thesis came 19th out of 2,100 participants. What the heck, dude? That's insane. That's actually insane. Congrats, man. That's super impressive. How long did it take you guys to put that game together? with a little bit better. Well, I'm sorry, I'm missing a bunch from the chat. Super Frank, of course you can ask a question, go for it. Do you know how to animate 2D Adobe Animate? Not really. I used to do a little bit in Flash back in the day before it became Adobe Animate. But I really haven't dabbled in it since probably the early 2010s. Honestly, it's been a while. Are you more into line art or art block? Definitely line art. I can show some of my previous drawings. I was trying to draw Pokemon, like every single Pokemon, and I did it for like every single day for about 7 months. So I'm kind of trying to continue the trend here. You're more into line art, Super Frank. Awesome, same here. And I'm trying to draw Machoke. Again, going back to the whole Pokemon thing, I have about 200 drawings of different Pokemon, and I'm trying to get every single one. So yeah, it's a journey. I'll say that. For Trench of Thesis, the time limit was 4 days. That's all the time the Game Jam gave. You guys did that in 4 days. That's insane. Like, you're blowing my mind, Cyclops, honestly. Props to you. Not everyone can do what you do, because I've been in like game dev classes back in college, and it was a struggle for me. It was a struggle for a lot of people there, but you know, the guys who can do it, the people that could do it, more power to you, because we need people like you to make awesome games. Alright, so I got the head shape somewhat down, even though it still looks a little funky. I'm going to have to fix it up. So I got a question for everyone in the chat. Who's their favorite Pokemon? Out of all the Pokemon that are out, from Gen 1 to Gen 9, what's your favorite? And if I actually drew one of them by this point, I will pull that drawing up. Alright, Machoke, you're a big boy, so we gotta somehow... We gotta give you these big biceps. Our team was stacked. 4 programmers, 5 artists, and then me making the music and sound effects. It was insane working on the game jam and school project at the same time. Wild, dude. That's insane. College was crazy, and that just reminded me all about it. All-time favorite is Mamoswine. Closely followed by Roserade and Beedrill. Super Frank, Mewtwo, Ninetales, Alakazam. Can you draw those? So, let's see. I'm actually trying to remember who I actually have drawn already. I definitely drew this guy. So I had drawn Beedrill already. I did not get around to Roserade or Mamoswine yet. But Beedrill, yeah, he's one of my favorites too. I kind of like how... I always liked his design. The Mega Beedrill design is even cooler. He's like super sharp, looks like a killer robot. Mewtwo, Ninetales, Alakazam. I didn't draw any of those yet, but I mean, hopefully you like Mew. I did draw Mew. I did want to draw Mewtwo. Like, that was on top of my mind for a while now. If I can get to it today, I will. But in the meantime, I wanted to fix this atrocity, because I do not like how Machoke came out the first time I did him. I'm not loving the second time either, but you know what? hopefully I can I can fix it. Love Beedrill so much. I've been doing Beedrill only runs for all my games where I own it, where it's possible. Damn, man. That's tough. That's actually really tough. So do you have a team full of Beedrill, or do you just have one Beedrill on the team that you play through the entire game with? No, just one Beedrill. Done it for Fire Red and Crystal so far. Oh, dude, props to you. I've I've never done like a hard challenge like that before. I've tried Nuzlocke here and there, and I beat a few. I think Fire Red was actually one of them. But yeah, I've never done like a solo run. That's actually kind of interesting. I might try that one day. Hold on, I gotta get my reference lines here. That will help a lot. I'm using this the reference I'm using is like a very old image of Machoke, and he almost looks like completely disfigured. I don't know, for some reason the artwork that was used back in the day makes him look very strange. Yeah, I really struggle a lot for some reason drawing like humanoid characters like Machoke. Something I really need to like practice more of. The longer I look at Machoke, the weirder it looks. I don't know if I ever paid attention to how it looks. I mean, in general, yeah, it's a weird looking Pokemon. It is really weird. Have you played any video games like Red Dead Redemption, Dead by Daylight, or Resident Evil? Now, you're not asking too many questions, Super Frank. It's all good. And I have. I've played Resident Evil 2 and 4. Specifically the remakes that came out not that long ago. Dead by Daylight sounds pretty familiar. I think I played it at one point. It's also like a zombie like survival game, right? Red Dead, a little bit. I played more GTA though, to be honest. Didn't really get around to playing much of Red Dead. Are those some of your favorite games? Do you like to play like zombie survival kind of games? All right, so really quick, a little trick I like to do sometimes, something I picked up on like different art tutorials. When you flip the canvas and things look a little out of place, because your eyes kind of get used to what you're drawing, and sometimes you might not notice if things are portioned weirdly and the proportions might be off. So you flip it to kind of spot things. And yeah, I'm gonna want to tweak some stuff right here while I have it. Whoops. Yeah, that's why you flip it. At first, I never really did it. Like when I first started drawing digitally, and then I watched the tutorial, and one of the YouTubers did, and I was like, oh, okay. And then like it became like second nature for me, honestly. All right, so the sketch is like not my favorite. Hold on. I feel like his underwear thing is like a little bit hidden. Apologies if you can hear the sirens outside. Alright. Maybe that'll look a little bit better. Hold up. Alright, I might create another sketch right now because this is like a good baseline, but I need to fix it up a bit because it looks still a little funky to me. But maybe doing it again will fix it. Do you think that the underwear is like the skin they're born with that just happens to look like underwear? Or are they given it so that they don't run around naked and make people uncomfortable? You're asking you're asking the hard questions here. I I need to believe that they are born with it only because it's I don't know. Is it weird if they are born with it? But then it's also weird if they're not born with it and then they all have the same underwear with like the little belt on it. No, they have to be born with it because you know what? Machamp, sorry, I'm getting them mixed up. Machop has nothing. He's literally running around like a naked little kid. And then when he evolves, he all of a sudden gets the underwear. So it's part of the skin. As weird as that is, it's part of the skin. That's why I hate when some Pokemon have like clothes or whatever it looks like to be clothes. It's just none of it makes sense. Also, Kangaskhan. How come when you hatch a Kangaskhan, it already has a baby in its pouch? You ever think about that? You ever think about how that's really disturbing? Thing is born, it already has a baby. Very weird. Honestly, that's legit Machop, I believe. Like that's he's like one of my nephews. Like straight up. A rampaging little kid. Have you heard of the music producer Jack Stauber? He's really cool. You know what? I'm about to look him up. I'm about to look him up, Super Frank. Let's see. I would play some of his music right now, but I have a weird feeling I might get copyright striked, so I'm just reading up on him. American musician, animator, filmmaker, and internet personality based in Pittsburgh. Recognized by his VHS aesthetic live action, stop motion, computer animated music videos, which have been featured in internet memes. Very cool. Oh, I see some thumbnails, I guess, from some of his music videos. Oh, some of them look like claymation rather. It looks like a weird mix between like claymation and reminds me of like old Nicktoons, like old Nickelodeon cartoons. What kind of music does he make? Learn a lot today from from the chat. My favorite Pokemon? No, it's not Beedrill. I mean, Beedrill, I like Beedrill. I wouldn't say he's one of my favorite favorites. I just kind of like the design a lot. Um, my favorite, honestly, like it was Charizard for the longest time. I know I'm vanilla, but as of late, it actually has moved to like it's like a toss up between like 3 or 4 Pokemon: Flygon, Electivire, Decidueye, Scizor, Sudowoodo. Oh man, I forgot. Sudowoodo was actually one of my favorites for sure. How did I forget about him? We were talking about him for like 2 hours last time I streamed. Yeah, Sudowoodo is probably, but mostly because my wife and some of my friends just feel like Sudowoodo was like my spirit Pokemon. Um, and I've kind of like accepted that, and I don't know, he grew on me. He became like one of my favorites as a result.
File free in the app by 228. All 100% free.
Pseudo flippin' Wudo.
Now this is
I know, Parenthood Sudowoodo with the Bonsly on the swings. We're just like waiting for that evolution to finally make it official. Oh man, yeah, he wants to keep things nostalgic. He made music that you've probably heard as Buttercup, and yeah, he has these nostalgic clay drawings. If you watch the music videos, oh, okay, that makes sense. Buttercup. All right, let me look it up because I'm curious now. And hopefully I don't get copyright strike. I just want to hear it, like, and figure out if I recognize it. I'm like absolutely horrible with like music for some reason, like in recognizing it. Oh, of course, yes, of course I've heard this. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, this is like kind of old. Well, sort of. That's great. I never knew it was from him. Yeah, I mean, I usually hear music and I'm like, oh yeah, that's catchy, cool, and that's it. It kind of ends there. But yeah, that music's definitely a vibe. Can't like place my finger on it, but it's like it's a little quirky, but like chill. It's cool. Do any of you have a Switch 2 by any chance? I'm playing this Mario Kart World soundtrack just because I've been playing it lately. And I'm a big fan of like Nintendo music. And I just like, the nostalgia hits hard, man. So that's kind of why I decided to play it a little bit here. Yeah, for sure, man. Thanks for the rec. I'm gonna try to listen to him more. Or at least find some other songs that I probably have heard of before already, but never really pinned it to being his. No, I'm a poor student, need to prioritize rent and food and tuition like a nerd. Got the normal Switch though. I feel you. I got the Switch 2 just recently. I was holding off as well. Didn't really want to spend the money on it. But there was like this decent sale across Walmart where they were basically selling the Mario Kart bundle essentially for the same price as just the standard Switch 2. So I kind of jumped on that. Which been asking that for years, and the Wii too. Are you still... Wait, sorry. You're still trying to get a old school Wii just to experience the glory of the Waggle days? The Wii was something else, man. That was definitely a vibe. My parents still remember playing Wii Sports like every day with me. Alright, this looks a little bit better, but not quite there yet. Yeah, those two. Mario Kart main, Yoshi all day. All day, every day. Since Mario Kart 64, always go to. What about you guys? What color Yoshi? I'm a Birdo, Ludwig, and Tanuki Mario myself. Green Yoshi. I mean, I like blue and red Yoshi as like secondaries, but like the green one, the OG, that's it. It's funny you say Birdo. My wife's like, that's her go-to, is Birdo. And I think she started picking Birdo because when I first met her and we were like dating and everything, we were like playing like Mario Kart and whatever. I was like, oh yeah, my favorite character is Yoshi and this and that. And I guess she like wasn't like too familiar with some of the other Mario characters like outside of the main ones. And I was like, oh yeah, Birdo's like Yoshi's girlfriend or whatever, is his partner. And she's like, oh, she's so cute. She like fell in love with her because she's pretty much like a diva in the game. With the huge diamond ring and like the sassiness. So it's funny. So whenever we play, usually it's I pick Yoshi, she picks Birdo. Alright, this underwear is like kind of annoying me again. A base Birdo fan for sure, man. Oh man. It's funny. I don't think she ever played Mario Kart Double Dash, but I would love for her to play that because that was like when I think Nintendo officially started shipping Yoshi and Birdo. Funny enough, I actually came across my old GameCube when digging through my parents' garage like a few weeks ago. I really wanted to like set it up and play some of the games I found on it, but it doesn't read discs anymore, which broke my heart. So I'm hoping to get it repaired somehow, just because I need it. I need it to work. I need to relive like my childhood. All right. I'm not in love with this, but I think it's better than my previous iteration. Maybe. He looks too skinny, I think. Hold on, maybe I can somehow do this. Cheat a little bit. I gotta fix the waist. That's the one I grew up on. Huge GameCube kid. Still have my GameCube. All-time favorite console. For sure. I feel like it's my favorite too. It's between that and the N64 because I played a bunch on both, but I spent so much time on the GameCube as well. Like, I found every single game that I had for it was still in my parents' garage. I was like baffled that it was all still there. So if I could get it repaired, like I wanted to like hook it up and like stream myself playing some of these games for the first time, but in probably decades. Yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Sunshine. I loved SSX Tricky. I was obsessed with that snowboarding game. I don't know if you ever played it, but it was one of my favorites. Smash Brothers Melee, obviously. Sadly enough, I don't think I have that one anymore. I must have lent it to one of my friends, and they never gave it back to me, so I just don't have it. But it is what it is. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can maybe ink this guy a little bit. It's been so long since I did this, it like feels so out of practice for me. Let me see, there's this function here I could just delete vector lines. Is it this? There we go. Nice. Okay. When have you started playing Nintendo? So I'm going to age myself. I'm almost 34 years old. My first console was a Nintendo 64 that I got on my 6th birthday. So it would probably be around then. And the very first game I got was Diddy Kong Racing. But shortly after that, I got Mario Kart 64 and Super Mario 64 and Yoshi's Story and all these games. So I guess it would be close to 30 years ago at this point, which is crazy. 28 years ago. Uh, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, Mario Party 4. Yes. Oh, I had all Mario parties. Mario Party 1 through 7. Luigi's Mansion, Animal Crossing. Yes, had that too. Harvest Moon did not have. Pokemon Coliseum, Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, Simpsons Hidden Rod. Such a good console, dude. 100%. I think Ocarina was on the 64, but Wind Waker. You might be thinking of Twilight Princess, which was also an amazing Zelda game. Man, oh, I loved Coliseum as well. I never played XD Gale of Darkness though, which I'm hoping comes out on the GameCube NSO thing for Switch 2 soon, because I need to replay it, or rather play it for the first time. I never even got a chance to play it. Did you get the infamous N64 hand cuts from the joystick? Oh my god, you just unlocked another memory. we used to play. There was this mini game on the first Mario Party where you would basically have to rotate the joystick in a circle as fast as you possibly could. So the quickest way to do it would be to just place your hand directly over the joystick and to, rotate your hand. And yeah, I used to get blisters from that. It was insane. It was horrible. At a point I was like, all right, do I really need to win? I could probably lose this minigame. It's not that important. But yeah, I had blisters on my hands from that. Ocarina of Time was in a double pack with Wind Waker, which I have. Oh, you're right. I forgot all about that. Port to GameCube, which included trailers of Ocarina of Time Master Quest. Dang, I totally forgot about that one. I just have the base Wind Waker. I never got that one. Look at you fact checking me. But yeah, that was, what a console, man. What a console. Alright, he's not looking too bad. I'm also, still not in love with it. It is what it is. Is what it is. Oops. You come into my house to try to tell me about my games? You're right, my bad. On my friend's Switch, maybe I'm not used to it. You mean used to get the sorry, what was on your friend's Switch? For some reason I thought you meant the N64 hand cuts. From as far as I know, I think since the N64 didn't have like a rubber joystick top, I don't think it was that easy to get the blisters with the newer consoles, but I could be wrong. I think at the very least Nintendo was probably like, yeah, let's not make mini games for our Mario Party games that could give kids blisters on their hands. Because nobody wants to deal with that. Come on. So the head shape definitely looks more like Machoke versus the previous drawing of mine. Mario Kart hurt my thumbs drifting. I don't know why. Oh, I think I just missed that message when I just read it previously. Sorry, I think I just skipped over it. Playing Mario Kart on the Switch made your thumbs hurt. I don't know why either. That's interesting. Maybe you were like very tense holding it for some reason. Maybe you were like trying to make the turn properly. I know after a while, like my hands could kind of cramp up if I'm like super like involved in a game. Growing up with 3 older brothers forced me to learn how to button mash to beat them in Mario Party 4. Oh yeah, that'll definitely do it. What was that one in Mario Party 4? There was one I think you had to like smack a hammer constantly onto something to like inflate a balloon. I could be confusing with another Mario Party. One of my favorite mini games was like something about a pizza. Why can't I remember anything? There was like something you had to cut a pizza. Or cook a pizza? I don't remember. Console Hack 001. He got it recently. What is that? Console Hack. Oh, that's the model. The original. Oh, the very, very, very first model of the Switch that came out. It could be. I mean, I don't know. I don't think they changed the Joy-Cons or the joystick on any future models of the Switch too much. But yeah, either way. Sometimes playing on the Joy-Cons was like tough for me because they're so small. I like bigger hands, so it was a little bit iffy. I'm probably mixing up several mini games. You might be thinking of Domination, where you smack a hammer multiple times to get the longest line of thwomps. I think the pizza was a later one. Yeah, it's like everything is like mixed in my head. I played the more recent Mario Party games with some of my friends, like the one on Switch. So I'm probably thinking of some games there. Why did no one tell me that Mario Kart World music was so funky? It's a bop. It's like music from all Mario games, but it's like remixed in like this jazzy kind of vibe. It's sick. They're really great. It's like the perfect music to just like throw in the background as you're doing work and stuff. Which, hot take, the music is probably one of the better things in the game. It's not my favorite of the Mario Karts, unfortunately. Bowser's theme one from 3D World was so good. Yeah, man. They were playing. Well, I was playing a little bit last week. There was like some Mario Galaxy music. I think it was like the main theme for Galaxy started playing. They had Dire Dire Docks. That sounds like not as ambient as it usually is, but it still was like a bop. They even redid the file select theme in Mario 64, and it just sounds so good now. I can't. Is it a hot take to not understand the appeal and audience cheer when it was announced to be open world? To me, it felt like if the next Smash game made you travel to each location for the fights. Yeah, it was like on paper, it sounds really good, but in practice, it like doesn't quite make sense. What like really was a disconnect for me was you're playing through the Grand Prix, and well, that looks like a breast. You're playing through the Grand Prix, and I initially thought you would go through the stage and then immediately continue onto the next level. The fact that you still end up pausing after you finish the initial race to then transition into you driving to the next course felt so segmented. I'm like, that kills the whole purpose. Like, just let me start from one track and continue all the way to the last track of the Grand Prix. But that's one thing. The second thing is the intermission courses, rather the ones connecting, the roads connecting to each course, just feel very linear, and there's not like that much to do. So yeah, like, did it need to be open world? No. And it probably would have been better without it, I'll be honest. I was actually playing, was it Sonic Cross Worlds, and I like that game a lot more than Mario Kart World. For a second, I was like, is this a remix? I mean, it might be, but it sounds very much like the original Jump Up Superstar. I remember playing Mario Odyssey for the first time. It was so magical, and the festival with this song gave me goosebumps. Oh yeah, at the very end, right? At New Donk. It was it was something else. It felt like a true like celebration of the franchise, which was very cool. I haven't played it since, honestly, like the Switch came out. I have yet to play Donkey Kong Bonanza, but it looks really good. I feel like I need to fix these. At least this one. Do yourself a favor and don't look up how long ago it was since that game released. I unfortunately I don't even have to look it up. I remember it came out with the Switch, so it's been like what, 8 years? Something stupid like that. It's so weird to me that Switch came out 8 years ago. Actually, closer to 9 at this point. Like, I feel like I just got it, like, recently. So I don't understand how it's already been this long. I just don't actually understand. I'm not really happy with this hand. Now that I'm looking at it. Shoot. Alright, how did the other drawing show it? Why did it looks better there? Alright, let's go this way. a little bit better, sort of. Still looks a little messed up, but hands are hard. Hands are hard. Alright, so let's try to fill this guy in. Okay. How long am I planning to stream? Good question. Not sure. What has been about an hour and 20? Maybe about another hour, hour and a half, maybe. Something like that. I want to see if I can get through at least another old drawing. But I feel like I could get through at least two, since the other two I wanted to work on are not as complex as this guy was for me. But yeah. I'm gonna do like a side by side in a minute with my older version. I just feel like this actually looks more like Machoke now. Even if the body still not my favorite, I still feel like I can do a lot better. But it's I think it's still just a very big improvement. do the head first. He got inspired to draw parent Machoke, trying to make its Machop toddler put on pants. Oh my gosh. Isn't it funny that the theme, for some reason, past few drawing streams has been like a Pokemon parent parenting their children. Whether it be Machoke trying to chase after Machop, or we have Sudowoodo being a good father or mother to the Bonsai by swinging them. I still find it weird that Kangaskhan is born with a baby. I just can't get over that. Let me get these eyes. Actually, hold on. Let me do this. What? Sure, looks good. Good enough. Twins, but one of them got all the nutrients in the egg. I don't know. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Why did they... Nah, I don't buy it. I can't accept that. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. How I now just only realized Machoke had a color change going from light green to purple sometime around Gen 3. Yeah, honestly, I noticed that too when I was pulling up references. He used to be... I guess I'm using the original color. Or actually, maybe not. No, I'm using the latest artwork color. But anyways, yeah, it used to be like this teal, almost greenish. And it became like this light pale blue. Although at one point, there's old artwork from Red, Blue, and Yellow where he's like this darker blue. Yeah, now he's like purple. I have no idea what the heck is going on with him. Poor dude is going through something. Are you using like a program to draw, or are you doing this all on paper? I haven't. Well, I sketch from time to time on paper, but like whenever I want to draw something substantial, I'm always on my tablet. Krita, it's the one I've used in school so far. Forgot my drawing tablet, so we're doing it with a mouse like a caveman. Oof. I sense the struggle from here. I remember doodling in MS Paint back in the day, and that was rough. Oh, my choke. You look busted as all hell. So look, real quick. Machoke from a year or two ago. Like, I would say, the body's probably better, but the face is off. He looks too round. Hold on. Why does this look like the file size is worse? 300 DPI in both. 1440 by 900 pixels. I think it's it's definitely the pen I used. Oh well. It's not the worst case. Not the worst thing in the world. Alright. Alright, Machoke. Machoke. Yeah, I definitely need to practice a bit more and get back into the swing of things. Two. Let's do this time lapse. It was so bad. I was like, I couldn't figure out how to start drawing this guy. Probably just start it from there. Well, could be worse. I want to try drawing some of the other ones since Numel and Igglybuff are like so simple, there's no way I can mess them up. I just didn't love the way I drew them last time, so I feel like I need to fix them. I feel like I need to fix them. Alright, so this is Igglybuff. I wish I figured out what I was using. Oh, maybe I wasn't using anti-aliasing. Dang it, that was probably it. Let me check. Yeah, versus this. Yeah, it just makes it look sharper and rougher. I think that's what it was. Alright, hopefully I can remember to turn that off. I'll leave him there. Okay. Let's do Numel. Numel. Alright, so his body almost looks like an egg. Sort of. I guess it's more rounded off on top. Oh, I forgot I have to turn on the time lapse. Okay. That's decent.
New Year, same extra value meals at
No, there's an ad.
get a savory sausage McMuffin with egg.
Ruining the flow of the music. Only got my chop left on mine now. Nice. I don't know if you could upload it somewhere. I would love to see it. Love to see how this drawing session has inspired you to create this masterpiece that you're working on. So this could be the head. I didn't mean to do that, but I guess that works. just realized Numel has like a little bit of hair or something up here. Strange. Let's see where I can put your leg here. Alright, at least it kind of looks like he's moving, sort of. Newell is such a pleasing Pokemon to look at. Looks like it was made to be a plushie. Yes. Man, Pokemon and plushies, I've like recently stumbled across Sitting Cuties, which if you haven't heard what they are, they're basically these little Pokemon plushies that have like beads in the bottom half of them, so they're always propped up. And they make... They basically made one of every single Pokemon up until Gen 7. And I've been like buying a bunch of them. And it's hard because I'm like, I want to get all of them, but I'm like trying to get a grip and not blow through every bit of money that I have just to get the ones I want. But yeah, I have a bunch of them, and Numel is one of them. Let me find the link if I can pull it up. Very, very funny. Numel Sitting Cutie. is it? I see it, but I want to I want a picture of it actually sitting, because when it's not sitting, it looks a little weird. Either way, it's still cute. This is it right here. And it's, I mean, I guess this one stands on all fours, but you could probably prop it down where it's like sitting on its butt. So yeah, I've been kind of obsessed with these. I bought way too many. Way too many. Yeah. I think at this point I have almost 20, which is, I think it's just general a lot, because I've been like just scattering them across my house because I don't really have a place to put all of them in one spot. So I have like a couple sitting on my bookshelf, a couple sitting on my desk, a couple sitting by my nightstand. It's crazy. Absolutely nuts. All right, let me make sure I have this set up. So not anti-aliasing. This looks nice and smooth. I think that's fine. Oh, let me actually... I need it to be a vector layer. There we go. Or maybe that's also... Actually, no, that can't be the reason why it wasn't looking good on the previous... Alright, ignore my rambling. I'm like talking to myself and I don't even feel like what I'm saying doesn't make sense to anybody. Alright, that looks nice. Dang it. Ah, screw it. I'm about to just get the ruler. There you go. No, that's not what I'm clicking on. Dang it. Ay. There we go. Say my username, please. My username. Sorry, it was too easy of a joke. I don't even know if you're still in the chat. I think I might have read it too late, but the link, man link. I had to read it first in my head and be like, am I about to say something offensive? No? Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. All right. Numel doesn't usually have like smoke coming out from the back, right? That's Torkoal. I'm just wondering if I should add anything else to this. No, I think he's good. let's shade this guy in.
If you want to have a job in the next 5 years, these are the
Dang, is
AI
that an
rules
ad again?
This class isn't about writing prompts.
You know your job better than anyone. When you shift your
Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, the best thing I can think of is if you have like a Twitter or a Instagram or something. Yeah, I wonder if there's a way to not to like have chat not flag it as spam, but I don't know if there is. Let me see. All right. I did not finish shading this part in. Oops. so this version actually I like it better than the original one I drew. But I think it's still pretty similar. Like the last one wasn't horrific. It wasn't like the Machoke. I always want to say Machamp for some reason. It wasn't like the Machoke, but I don't know, it just never quite did it for me. So let's quickly look at the comparison here. Even if I flip it, there was just something off. It was the face. I don't know why the face was like mushed in. It's like flattened. And Jesus, his body. What the hell is with the body? It's like a boxy shape. And he just looks like he's standing or sitting. I can't even tell. This one at least looks like he's moving. Crazy how, I don't know. I feel like being in the right mindset matters so much. Like this one looks a million times better actually, now that I look at it side by side. It almost doesn't feel like the same person drew it. It doesn't feel like I drew that. Crazy. Wow. Cool. Let me save this. I might take a little break, like 5-minute break, and come back and finish off the Igglybuff that I wanted to finish. Time lapse. Awesome. Okay. All right. I will be back in like 5 minutes to draw one more Pokemon. And that'll probably be the end of the stream. But I will be back in 5 minutes. So see you soon. Alrighty, I'm back. Tried to send a link, but I assume it got flagged. You're not missing out on a lot anyways. Damn, that sucks, man. Only on Discord. My Discord name is the same as my channel. So if you want, you can try to DM me there. I'm just curious. I mean, I'm not much of an artist, really. I'm just curious. I love the idea that you drew, that you ran with the Machoke and Machop. So if you want to show it to me, that's cool. If not, it's all good. I'm gonna try to get this last drawing out. This is still so baffling to me, how different each of them look. Alright, obviously Igglybuff, just a ball, really easy to draw, but there's something with the eyes that I messed up on. So I gotta get that figured out. Let's see. Okay. Let's get this done. Whoa, Flirty. That looks sick. This is awesome. That's actually good. You drew this? Hold on, wait a second. Wait a second. You drew this with a mouse. And it came out looking like this? That's actually wild to me, man. Props. That's actually insane. Man, I have something to aspire to. Like, this is actually really, really good. Like, I struggle a lot with humanoid characters. I don't know. For whatever reason. But you got it on lock, man. You know what? It's better. It's better misspelled. Macop. It's actually awesome. Nice, dude. That's actually really, really good. Did you take like illustration or drawing courses in college, or this is all like just, you know, freehand, like you do it on your own time and you like learned your own way? Am I recording the time lapse? Yes. All right, cool. Iggly, iggly, iggly. Okay. Mm. This looks a little better. Not as creepy. And definitely more round, which is what we're going for. Oh no, I barely draw at all. I hate my art. See, like, that's... Every single artist is going to be their worst critic. Mostly draw for school or projects. Like, I'll just say this up front. Like, you're very, very talented and looks really, really good. So, props to you. I kind of wish I was able to draw certain things as easily as you're able to draw, like the Machoke. I struggle a lot with that. I draw like very cartoony, more simplistic things easier, but simplistic is like in the description, so it's not too challenging. But yeah, man, like that actually was really solid. I'm actually more curious if you decided to take a stab at that Sudowoodo thing we talked about long ago, how that would turn out, because I feel like it would look a lot better than whatever I could come up with. Alright, am I gonna stick with this, or am I gonna tweak it? I might just stick with it. Screw it. Well, I know what I'm doing this week. I'll send you the links to the games if you want to check them out. Awesome. Yes, totally. We'll check them out. Yeah, I definitely will take a look at it when I get a chance. Let's see. Trench of Thesis. First of all, I love the art style already. It looks right up my alley. Katana. I'm gonna check that out in a bit too. Very cool. Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're gonna bring to the gaming landscape, you know, once you get out in the field. Gonna be like the next big hit indie developer. You know, it reminds me of like the guys who made like Hollow Knight. They also have like a pretty small team. One or two of them are like the artists that hand drew everything. Similarly with Cuphead, obviously they're trying to replicate the old school cartoony style from like the 30s or whatever. But still, like those like hand drawn animated games, chef's kiss. Those look the best. Let's see if I can draw these without the need of the ruler tool. I feel like I'm going to need the ruler tool. My dream is to start making games in my own studio. I have 56 projects and counting. Wow, about 80% of them are game ideas. My dream is to start producing one, even if I only produce one of them. That's the way to do it, man. The fact that you have like 56 ideas already and counting, and you know most of them are game ideas, like even let's say like most of them aren't like a success, let's just say, right? You just need that one to really like make a splash, and then you're in it. And you already have the groundwork, it seems like, laid out for a lot of them, so you're well on your way. Actually, is this the same? About the same size. Okay, I'll leave that. Actually do this. Trust me, I know exactly what you mean, but I really, from the few things I saw of what you have made, just brief glimpses, I think you're very much well on your way. So don't forget about the streams I had and our conversations when you make it big. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing all the stuff that you put out into the world. Alright, let me get the colors of this guy. Why does Igglybuff have these, like, almost like blood red eyes? Jeez, man. This is, like, terrifying. Oh, I need to fix this quick. Alright, now let me jump back in here. Hey, VG, V2, I feel like I have dyslexia. Hey, V2, V8G. How's it going? I love how cheeky you're making Igglybuff look. Thank you, yeah. I mean, again, Igglybuff is pretty easy, but yeah, I like how it's coming out too. I like your art. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to draw every single Pokemon in existence, and I've currently drawn about 240 or something. And earlier in the stream, I drew Machoke and Numel, so now I'm getting through Igglybuff right now. Am I in the right layer? I think I am. Yes, there we go. Oh crap, I didn't get this part. So annoying, why isn't it? There you go. Thank you very much. Why does it look like something's off? I don't know, the way I'm shading or something? Something looks off. Oh, interesting. There was something there before. It took years and years and years and years of just constantly doodling and drawing. I appreciate you saying that I'm very good. I still feel like I have very much to learn. But it does take a lot of practice to kind of get the hang of things. So my advice, which is like most of all the advice, would be to just keep on drawing, and eventually it's gonna like click with you certain things, and you're gonna be a lot better than you were before. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah. Again, it's just a lot of repetition in certain things, and eventually it becomes like second nature. But I still have to practice a lot of different things. Like certain Pokemon I can draw pretty easily, but more advanced things like, you know, like let's say humans or human characters, that's where I struggle, and that's where I need more practice. Alright, cool. So I got these 3 drawings done today, which I'm happy about. They definitely came out better than the first time around I did them. All right, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. It's weird how it's not actually showing up on YouTube here. Alright, anyways, I got these 3 done. I think I'm gonna call it here. This Machoke still looks rough. Oh god. But yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all for coming to watch, to hang out. It's been almost 3 hours, which is pretty crazy. I didn't think I'd be streaming for almost 3 hours. I'm glad I got these 3 drawings done. I'm going to try to make some content off of them. Try and see if I can get back into the swing of things like I used to back in the day. You too, Flirty, stay safe. Hopefully I can stream again soon. And if you hop on then, I will see you then. And until next time, take care. Talk to you later.